And then after that, you just go to hotel rooms and get drunk.
But not too drunk.
Pretty drunk. pretty drunk.
Is that the highlight?
Pretty much.
When did you start touring, and what motivated you to do that?
Someone asked me.
Okay.
They said, hey, can you come on the road and get paid this amount of money and tour around with all these comics and do theatres that are sold out? And I'm like, yes.
What was that first tour like? Was it just doing your solo show, or...?
No, it was a ensemble. It was Melbourne Comedy Festival roadshow.
So roadshow, yeah.
In 2006. It's pretty a conclusive tour of Australia at the moment, so all the states. And then on top of that, it goes to Kuala Lumpur, Singapore and Hong Kong.
Cool.
And right now, as this interview is happening, it's in India.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And so why aren't you there?
I was actually meant to be.
Oh.
I was meant to be in India, but another tour came up that was less time consuming. In India tour was 3 weeks, and I could choose to go to New Zealand for 2 weekends, so I chose that one.
Yeah, fair enough.
Touring gets incredibly exhausting, and 3 weeks in touring is like 3 months in normal life.
What have been some touring highlights? Have you got any exciting stories?
Oh, I'd have heaps of stories. I don't know how many I'm legally allowed to talk about. A highlight was this year. I got to open for Russell Howard.
Oh, wow.
The UK comic. That was excellent. It was a lot of fun. I felt like I was being thrown to the wolves a little bit though, because the audience, the supports on that level are never promoted. It's the tour is Russell Howard's tour, similar like the tour I'm on the moment. I'm with Heath Franklin's Chopper. So no one knows there's going to be a support act. So in the Russell Howard case, his personal tour manager was introing me on stage, so they don't even hear Russell's voice. A room of 2,000 people who were just so excited to see Russell. This hush comes over because they can hear an English voice, because Kumar, the tour manager, was English. And then they hear this intro happening, welcome to the stage, and they start cheering. They're just like, bah! That's Russell! And then I walk out.
Oh.
And if you're not familiar with Russell Howard, he's about, maybe he's 5'9", and a fit-looking man. And I walk out, 6'4", big beardo, and they're like, who's that? And the first words out of my mouth are clear that I'm Australian. It's like, how you going? And at every single night of all of the shows, there was a cheer, and a, oh, who's that guy? We've been waiting ages. And so my opening line was, hey, ladies and gentlemen, just to clear some things up here, in case you're confused about what's going on, you're looking at me going, fucking hell, Russ has let himself go. And that would get them on my side.
Do you feel the pressure that you need to be on all the time, or do you get to just kind of...
That's the worst part about touring, is comics that are on all the time. It's like, can you shut up? Just shut it. It can be fun and you're all making each other laugh, and then there's a point where the car just needs to have some silence and someone's still... You're like, oh.
Earphones?
Yeah, totally. Oh, I do it now, and I used to feel rude about it, but there'll be days where I feel like being really introspective and just go, sorry, these are going in, and you just put... sometimes I have put headphones in, not on, so I can still hear what's going on, but I don't have to interact. I have finished many tours at the airport as everyone's having hugs. They're all having cuddles. I'll just go, I don't want to see any of you ever again.
Did you actually voice that opinion?
Yeah. Plenty of times.
I'm sure they loved you.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff do you get to do on tour other than the obvious shows and drinking?
It was like my dad said to me, he said, I'm so envious of you, you've seen the whole country. I said, well, I've seen hotel rooms and the road from the hotel room to the theatre in just about every town in this country. I haven't really seen the country.
No. So
you do get a bit of opportunity. Like I toured India 2 years ago, and we were in New Delhi, and the Taj Mahal is in Agrabah, I think it is, a few hours north, and we had a show that night. It was a 3.5 hour drive to get to the Taj, so we did that. Got there, looked at it for 45 minutes, got back in the car, drove 3.5 hours back, had a 1 hour nap, and went to the show.
Yeah.
So that's how you see things.
Yeah.
That's how you get about. But Well, still, that's great. I've seen the Taj Mahal.
Yeah.
You know, but you probably should sit at the Taj Mahal for
if you're in
hours.
the area.
Yeah.
If you're in the India area, go check it out.
Well, that's what we were saying, because we were like, it seems 7 hours of driving for 45 minutes of looking at a building. I don't regret any part of that day. It was a good choice.
Any advice for comedians on how to get famous and go touring?
Get the fuck out of my industry. I got a kid to feed.